can see, guys, I'm in Spain, beautiful weather, sunny. I love the job like this. I can work the rest of my life from everywhere, doesn't matter where I am. So a little bit about me. My name is Sibile. I used to be photographer. I used to have a photography company, wedding company. But what happened with our days is really, really, really hard. I have not even customers because everything is big restrictions. We have restaurant as well 1 year, suffering, really struggling. So my friend Ruta, she showed me this platform, this academy, and I'm so happy to join. I'm very successful. I'm thankful for Ruta, and it was my dream to have freedom, financial freedom, work from doesn't matter where I am. And in this company, amazing thing, you can help to the people, but not only that, you can control your mind. They teach us how to control the mind. They teach us how to think about money, how to help to the people. And we have an amazing business partner, Ros Garcia, Bob Proctor Consultant. So I give it to you, Ros.
Thank you, Sabil. Let me put my video on. Actually in a car right now. So today we're gonna talk about we were gonna talk about chapter 15, and chapter 15 it's called the sixth ghost of fear. And what we're gonna talk about today is how to think outside the box, right? Let me just ask everyone to mute themselves. Just everyone, please mute yourself because I really want my point to get across. So, for me, thinking is like the highest form of intelligence. Napoleon Hill says your thought, it actually permeates all time and all space. The problem is that you can only hold on to your thought for less than 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. So it's like, okay, well, what is wrong with this picture? What's wrong with me, right? So, for me, it's been difficult to try to control my emotions, because when things don't work out, you don't feel right. And if you don't feel right, you're never going to attract the things that you want. So you really have to start to understand that it works on your feeling. That's why Neville Goddard says feeling is the secret. So it's like, oh, not in a good feeling. If you're not in a good now idea what the ether is, and these next 20 minutes could be a life-changing moment for you. They were life-changing for me. The ether is the space that is all around us. Through the ether, we were able to create the frequency, and the frequency is in the ether, and so is the internet. So when you look at space, you're looking at something that you can't see. You can feel it because of the air, but you can't really see the space because what you see is maybe a bush, as there's space from you in that tree. And this intelligence, formless substance, is all around us. So when you impress the idea of being happy, because wealthy is maybe the second thing, right? I mean, the thing is healthy, and you obviously you have to be of lifestyle results of you creating the life that you want. So don't, as you being wealthy is like you're taking someone's wealth from someone else. On the condensed, your is wealthy. The reason that you feel bad that you're wealthy while other people are upset at you because you want to be wealthy, the reason that you're upset is because um, you're starting to act yourself, and you're starting to take, responsibility of your mind. Bad for other people.
Sorry, guys, we have bad connection. So sorry. I think Rosa is gonna connect soon. Just a second, guys. Sorry about this. Waiting one is gonna connect. I'm in Spain, enjoying weather, Marbella now in the mountain. Beautiful. I wish to. So yeah, weather is beautiful, 25 degrees, amazing, and amazing food. And this lifestyle is exactly what I want to have in my life.
Right.
So let's wait a
So,
couple minutes. Oh, process
hey,
here.
all right. So I'm not sure if the call was still on, but what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if you don't control your emotions, if you don't control, the issue is here is like Bob Proctor says, there is a connection that is not being made. Okay, so you're operating on a level of awareness. Now there's a law, the seventh law. It's called the law of gender. There's an incubation and gestation period for every seed. So don't be upset if this life that you're writing out, the life script that you're writing out, is not. It's not going to happen overnight, but when you're in the right and when you're in the right feeling. So if you have to buy a dog, buy a dog. Like they say, man's best buy yourself a dog or a cat. So, for me, that's been the most difficult part. As far as, you know, manifesting is the waiting period. When money comes, Napoleon Hill says it comes in huge quantities that you're like, where were they like this whole time? But you're not supposed to feel excited that you're wealthy or that you're living out this life script, because you are that life script, right? So you shouldn't feel excited, you know. um I'm in a different country, enjoying my life, traveling the world, and I'm excited, right? But your feeling only lasts like 10, 15 minutes. And then it's like, okay, I'm looking for the next high. I'm looking for the next excitement. So what I do is, where you can always find that is in nature. Like you see Seville, pine trees and everything. You can find that in nature. So yes, material things are great, but the real source is nature. The real source is the ocean, the beautiful water, the trees. That is like the source. And if you can maintain that PMA, positive mental attitude, you're gonna, oh my God, like you can do so many good things. You can help so many people out. This is not a fantasy. This is the real deal, guys. Like, if it wasn't for this information, I wouldn't have time, money, and freedom. When I shop, I'm not looking at the price tag. Now, I might look at a price tag and be like, man, this is expensive, right? But relative to what? Like relative to something of the same nature. So you look at it like, if the most you've ever made is, let's say, 30,000, then how can you take that annual income and turn it into your monthly income? So when you start connecting all the dots, the main thing is feel good. The main thing is talk to people. Get outside your comfort zone. Do not let people take you out your square. Meaning, do not let people piss you off, right? And you're gonna be your own cause of your own demise. Like, this is your dream, right? So Genevieve Behrend, she says that when you take these practical working realities and you create harmony, you can make practical dreams, practical working realities that at present seem but fantastic dream. So presently, the mind is where the activity is, and you direct the energy to attract to you the things that you want. So you have to understand the higher faculties: imagination, will, perception, reason, intuition, and memory. So imagination is like, what do you see, right? And then will is concentration in what you see. So if you want a big house, it doesn't matter if the house is 9 million or 29 million. The subconscious mind doesn't know the between a penny and a million, between a penny and 10 million. The subconscious mind is like what Earl Nightingale says, it's the doorway. He said it's like the dirt, it's immoral. You can plant nightshade, a deadly poison, and not even a 16th of an inch away, you can plant corn, a sweet food. It gives you what you plant. Do you want destruction? Then great, it'll be delivered right on schedule. Or do you want happy, healthy, wealthy? Great, because it'll be delivered right on schedule. The law is neither positive or negative. It's the law. It's 100% evenly present in all places at all times, has no past, no future. It's always been here and it always will be here. And the laws of transmutation of energy, the law of polarity, the law of cause and effect, the law of relativity, the law of gender, these are what Bob Proctor says God's modus operandi. He says it better than me, but it's basically God's principles. And the principles have been taken away from the school system. So you were taught to see, smell, taste, hear, and touch. So all along your whole life, you've been seeing good grades or bad grades. And then you've had your parents tell you you're an idiot. Excuse my language, right? Or your friends tell you you're stupid. If someone keeps telling you you're a child, then guess what? You become what you hear. You become what you think about or what other people say about you. That's why you have to get away from negative people or people that are saying negative things, because there's no winners here. No one wins. And it's like the 1% of the 1% are the one winning, and they're winning big. And they're looking at us saying, okay, why are they fighting to create? Why are they fighting to make money? Why are they jealous? Why are they envious? Why the hatred? Well, it explains it. They took it out of the school system. They taught you to go get a college degree so you can get ahead. But if you only knew that Thomas Edison created the incandescent light bulb and he was too stupid to go to school, But guess what? His mom told him, you're so smart that the kids, they don't want you in school because you're too smart, Thomas Edison. So his mom had to lie to him and tell him he was too smart. So she showed him. And guess what? He went out and he took over the world with energy, with light. He was able to house the energy through the method of combustion. And you could do the same thing through the ether. What's the ether? The space between me and you. Everyone thought the Wright brothers were crazy because they created an airplane. They told their father, we're going to create a vehicle that flies. Their father's like, heresy. These guys are possessed by the devil. Let's crucify these guys, right? Well, guess what? Now they got us off the ground. The world just got smaller. And now through Zoom, the world is getting even more smaller. I'm in a different country. I was able to talk to my son yesterday. How did I do that? Through WhatsApp. Through WhatsApp, I was able to see him. Pretty soon, we're going to have a conversation here in virtual reality, right? And eventually, they'll create a device where I can shake your hand in virtual reality and I can feel your handshake. Feeling is the secret. Feeling is the connection between the formless substance, the cells, brain cells that you have in your skull that create a feeling. You have 3.7 trillion cells in your body and they're intelligent. You're the highest form of intelligence. And guess what? They told you to go get a job and slave to go make that money. Work for somebody else. So it's like, if you don't control your own life, someone else is going to control it for you. You're the biggest problem and you're the biggest solution. You're the only problem, you're the only solution. Everything is up to you. You have the world in your hand. You see green, right? These are trees behind me, right? That is like the most beautifulest thing. Fish, ocean. And if you only knew that money, you don't need any money. That's the funny part. You're too busy chasing the money. You don't need the money. What do you need the money for? What are you going to spend it on? So you're doing everything backwards here. And you have to get this because you got something else. So I'm trying to show you this. A lot of people don't believe me. A lot of people think I'm crazy. Just like the Wright brothers, Thomas Edison created a light bulb. Just like Henry Ford, when they told him, build a V8 engine, make the car go 65 miles an hour. Everybody told him it's impossible. He fired his technicians. He says, I'm going to replace these guys. They're costing me money and they have doubt. How would you like it if I'm paying you to jump on this call and you're saying you're wrong? Then why are you on the call, right? We're living in a state of ignorance. The more you think you know, the less you really know. That's why I'm the only one that I actually sit there and I'll just listen, grab a pen and take notes. And then I'll come to a conclusion of, okay, can this be possible? Now, I ran out of conclusions because I went through a DUI, I almost killed myself and somebody else. I'm sitting in jail crying, right? Because I'm looking at 10 years in jail. How does a college student with a finance and investment management degree end up in jail? You know why? Because I failed to take possession of my mind. I let a substance that is out of my control, that can control me, control the circumstance. So in order for you to control you, you have to be on these calls. You have to be taking notes. You have to be understanding that we're dealing with an unseen cause, something that is so powerful that if you can impress your life script, the way you want your life. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a P5000 in the IAM organization. I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $5 million a year in residual income. How does this happen? Well, like Bob Proctor says, the how will present itself. In my business, the loan modification clinic, the how presented itself in a form of a personal radio personality that came to my office. He says, Mr. Garcia, can I put you on the radio, on my radio station? I said, yeah. I went from having 5 clients to having 40 clients to making 10,000 a month to making 150,000 a month. How does it happen? It happens by law. Because when you entertain the idea of a big number and make that big number look small, then you get in line with that number. You fuse with that number. You connect with the number. That's why I always grab a pen and I write a couple million on my palm. I don't entertain what I see. I forgot what I could smell, taste, hear, or touch because I'm living a fantastic dream. I'm in a different country, enjoying great food, great company. And, you know, the ride's not always going to be like they say, is bitter and sweet, right? The ride's not always going to be sweet. It's going to be bitter. It's going to be a bitter ride. Why? Because if you don't control your mind and you don't control the people around you, which is really out of your control, you're going to end up alone. And people are not going to relate to what you're talking about of Bob Proctor, Ross Garcia, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie. They're not going to understand. They're going to say, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I'm going to make 5 million. My dad thought I was crazy. I told him I make $20,000 a week. The most he's ever made was 60,000 a year. He worked construction. We didn't know any better. He didn't know any better. Yes, we heard successful stories of my grandfather being very wealthy and having lots of land and cows and horses. But when he died, the farm died because we have dreams. Like Bob Proctor says, he's like, the biggest like disappointment at a funeral is not the death of the body, but the death of all the dreams, untapped potential. Napoleon Hill literally changed what personal growth and development is today. He literally had a secret that Andrew Carnegie told him about Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill was a broke newspaper reporter. His mother died. He was hungry. He had no mother. And guess what? His stepmom encouraged him to continue the process because he wasn't getting paid while he was writing the book. So his stepmother told him, keep doing it, keep doing it. And then guess what? He changed my life, made me a millionaire. So being wealthy is a state of mind. It's not the physical. It's not these iPods Pros. It's not that. It's what you're thinking about. It's who you're hanging around with. It's where you're going. How would it feel? Feeling is a secret. I feel bad because sometimes I can't connect with people because of this information. Because I went into a different dimension, guys. I've been studying this information for 10 years. My life is not normal at all. I do everything backwards. When they tell me, hey, can you go to Spain? And if they say, you can't go to Spain, guess what? I'm going to Spain. If they say you can't go to Italy, why not? Because of the coronavirus, I'm going to Italy. If they say you're too old to jump out of a plane, then guess what? Next week, I'm going to book a flight or somewhere where I can jump out of a plane. Because one of my friends did that, jumped out of a plane. Isn't that exciting? So you have to be on the edge. And success and failure is a razor's edge. It's so thin, Napoleon Hill says, Bob Proctor says, it's so thin, you don't even know what side you're on. And when Napoleon Hill met Andrew Carnegie, he seen greatness in Napoleon, even though he was a broke newspaper reporter. And I seen greatness in all of you guys because you guys could be doing something else. I know what my capability is. I'm going 150%. Ain't no one going to stop me. The only thing that can stop me is me. The only thing that can stop me is a negative thought in my mind, which I already plucked out because I'm not letting the negative. I'm only thinking about like, not even how, because you think about how. You think, how can I get the money? How can I get a couple million? How? Just be patient, guys. Be patient. Be patient in your success. Don't be like me. Don't beat yourself down. It's going to be all right. You know, it's going to be okay. You're going to get there. And everyone's going to get there. But you get there by being patient, having gratitude for what you have right now. Be thankful for what you have right now. Then things open up and then everything else will change. But we can't be thankful because we're too busy looking at the outside. It's easy to see what's outside. See, smell, taste, hear, and touch. Get used to not using your senses, your lower senses, your lower faculties. Start getting used to using your imagination. Work with the creation process. Name it and claim it. Act as the wish fulfilled. Do as if you already have it. Hang around with people that already have it. Look for somebody that will encourage you to help you along the way. And if you can't find someone to help you, help yourself. Help yourself because you're not going to find anyone to help you. You're not going to find anyone to help you. You have to help you. You're the only problem. You're the only solution. Write a big number. Make it look small. Don't worry about how. That's how this stuff works. Get out of your comfort zone. Whenever they tell you you can't do something, do it. Be like Thomas Edison. Did 10,000 failures. 10,000. And I went through so many. I'm going through failures right now. But that's how I know I'm growing. When you're scared is where you want to be. Do what scares you, and your income will go up by law. Your awareness will go up by law. So remember the first law, the perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy just is. It's the cause and effect of itself. And last law, the law of gender. To sow, there's a season to reap, but you don't do both in the same season. So when will you reap? I don't know. But what I do know is this: getting on these calls will get you there, because I need this call. Everyone needs this call, because I've been studying these people for years. And I'm telling you right now, all you need to do is impress your subconscious mind with whatever you want: 1.5, 2.5, 10.5. When you impress the subconscious mind and it actually picks it up, it's over with. Like Genevieve B. Rand says, practical working realities of possibilities that at present seem but fantastic dream. This is a fantastic dream, and you're a fantastic dream. So make it the best. Make your life 150%, not 100, 150. Like Napoleon Hill says, go the extra mile. So I hope this information is useful. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the call. And like I said, keep going, guys. And we'll give it back to Sybil so we can end the call.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you so much. Let's put some fire emojis for Ross Garcia. And it's amazing blow mind information. I wish to everyone have amazing lifestyle, amazing goals, write down. So thanks for joining this call. Grab the pens and notes tomorrow, 12, same time. I'm in Spain. I'm gonna be from here, and I wish to everyone come and have lifestyle like this. So have a beautiful day, and tomorrow same time. Ciao, ciao.